All right, everybody. Please remember to raise your hand, and I'll call on you to ask a question. We'll go with Joe Smeltzer first.
Hey, Sal. Thanks for the time today.
No problem.
So, is it easier to be encouraged by the positives that happened in the Ohio State game despite the result? Because obviously, it's hard to kind of think of the good things out of a loss in the first few hours after the game. But now that it's been a few days, is it easier to kind of reflect on what you did well and be encouraged by that?
Yeah, after every loss, you got to take the time and, of course, look at the mistakes you've done as a team or as an individual, but also look at the positive of what happened, and seeing like how y'all can accomplish something if certain things just change a little bit. But like be able to look at the positives, it gives you a different outlook to be able to, okay, I could do this. But okay, we have a chance to do something.
Scarcella can go next.
Hey, Sal. Good morning, and thanks for doing this. What did you learn in the last 9 minutes of last week's game that you can apply toward the rest of the season?
Just stay with your teammates, man. Like no matter what's going on, always have your teammates back. Always be there for each other, encourage each other. Just make sure y'all stay together as a family and as a unit.
Tyler, go ahead.
Salim, we saw some moving parts on the offensive line the last couple of weeks. How do you think you guys have kind of dealt with missing some guys in action and having to get some others their most career work?
It's always about the next guy up. Everybody got to prepare like they're a starter. Everybody got to be ready for the opportunity to come because you never know what's going to happen. And so, with any moving parts we do or anything that happens, I always feel confident of the guys that's next to me or that's anybody that's in the game at the moment.
Miguel, go ahead.
Hey, hi, Sal. What can you tell us about Caden Wallace and the season he's having?
Caden Wallace, great dude, balling per usual, just like any other old lineman, working hard. Of course, I talked before about how his preparation has changed from last year to this year, and how that's been improving and affecting his game on a positive way. So he's definitely been on the even more so.
Johnny, go ahead.
Sal, thanks for your time. I appreciate it. When you look at the kind of attention that Olu's been getting, he's getting a lot of buzz from NFL draft Twitter and all that. I mean, with the way that his season has gone, is this something that you expected out of him this year? And how do you think he's handled maybe the increased attention or that kind of stuff?
This is coming to no surprise to anybody on the team. We all knew who Olu was before his name got out there. We all knew what he was capable of and how he practices and how he plays. So just seeing everybody recognizing what we already seen, of course, that makes us happy that he is getting the recognition that he deserves. And he's been handling it extremely well. He's a humble guy. Never been a rowdy or arrogant person. Extremely humble. He don't even focus or talk about what other people are saying about him. Every day is just about the team and him getting better, improving with the O-line.
All right, Andrew, you're next.
Hey, Sal, thanks for doing this. On Saturday, you guys ran the ball the best as a team against Ohio State since 2018 in total yardage. I realize it's a different team every year, but what does that speak to the development as an offensive line group in the running game? What does that speak to in terms of your guys' development over the years to be able to do that against a team like Ohio State?
Just to be able to have that option to run the ball is a great addition to the offense. And it also boosts confidence in the O-line and our O-line coach to know that our OC and head coach have the full confidence and they allow us to call and running plays if we want to run the ball here in a situation or something like that. So to be able to have that, just that feeling, like the whole O-line is just really locked in with each other and together, that we're trying to achieve something that's been looked down upon for us, that hasn't been a great point for us these past couple seasons. So just be able to improve on that every game and showing people is extremely important.
Ron, go ahead.
What's the biggest challenge for you guys going up against that Indiana defensive line from what you're hearing so far?
Same thing as it is every week, being able to run the ball, being able to be physical and moving the line of scrimmage. That's always the point, no matter who we're going against. The main point is to be able to be physical and dominate the line of scrimmage.
Joe, you can go ahead.
So kind of going off that last question about Olu, Sal, this will probably be a tough question because Olu is very impressive, not only as an offensive lineman, but also away from football. So what would you say impresses you the most about Olu?
His work ethic, most definitely, because not only is he a tremendous athlete, he's a tremendous student in class too. He always talking about exams he got coming up, classes he talked about, how much studying he got to do on top of studying film, watching other players. So his work ethic in a whole is extremely impressive, and it's something that everybody can look on and learn from.
Andrew, you can go ahead. Andrew Clay, I'm sorry.
Hey, Sal, after watching the tape now from Saturday's game, in what ways do you feel differently about that game than you did Saturday night?
I mean, I feel like after watching the tape with the team and with the coaches, specifically the O-line tape, and seeing the things that we did and didn't do, it really gave me personally, I have a positive outlook on it because the O-line was working extremely hard. My outlook after the game is we have a lot of positives to take from the game. Of course, we got things we messed up on, but the positive that we have seen, that we were able to do, were extremely impressive. It's something that we could build on for the rest of the season.
John, you're up next. Johnny, you can go ahead. All right, let's go with Tyler.
Hey, Sal, we've gotten a look at Hunter in the left guard role 3 consecutive weeks now. How has he dealt with that transition from the Ivy League trenches to the Big Ten trenches now that he's really been in the thick of it for you guys?
He's been dealing with that transition to the spring ball, going against our D-line and our guys. But he's definitely transitioned well. He's an extremely smart dude, learned the playbook, and I don't know how fastest I've ever seen. And him just be able to have another smart guy on the line like that, somebody you can look to, somebody that knows what he's doing, is physical, confident, and to have the confidence in him, as I do every other old lineman, is extremely important. So Hunter has definitely adapted to the game in a positive way.
All right, Rich, and go up.
Sal, you were asked about the running game in the current state. Where do you see it going forward these next 4 games, and how would you assess the way that Nick and Katron have played?
I could definitely see the running game will definitely be improving each and every game, because that's always something we want to work on. And as far as the freshman running backs, they're definitely improving every game. They're starting to read more, shooting upfield, whether they're just taking a 5-yard gain instead of trying to make a big play. They're taking the yards that's given it to them and making plays when the opportunity presents itself. So having those running backs and then having an O-line unit that's confident and determined to run the ball, determined to dominate the line of scrimmage, has definitely been helping us improve each week, every week.
All right, go ahead, Andrew. Andrew Destin, you want to go ahead?
My apologies. Sorry, pass on.
All right, Ron, you can go ahead.
Obviously, you guys are coming off a loss, but they're coming off 4 or 5 losses, and the one before that was in overtime. So what's just the challenge of going against a team that's just obviously super hungry to win, given their losing streak?
Just treating every team the same, no matter if they're having a losing streak or if they're on a winning streak. We always coming out there trying to compete at the best of our ability, treating them with that respect that they deserve, because they are another D1 football program, and it's extremely hard to get wins. So no matter who we're playing against, we're always thinking of them as a top opponent and trying to come at them with the best stuff we got.
All right, Joe, you can go ahead.
Sal, what are some things you've seen from Indiana defensively, and what players have stuck out to you in the film we've watched so far?
See me, I like to focus on the D linemen and the linebackers. And some tendencies that I've learned or seen is that they're very physical run stoppers. They like to fill the holes, fill the gaps, disrupt. They like to make destruction in the at the line of scrimmage. So just got to be prepared for that.
All right, Tyler, you can ask the last question here.
Great, thank you. Sal, you've barely left the field through 8 games this season. I'm curious, physically, how much have you proven to yourself over the course of this season, considering where you were coming off of last year?
I'm extremely grateful still to be able to still be able to play at the ability I'm playing at, and just be able to take all these reps that I can take. I'm just happy to do it. Happy to be on the field. I just feel great.
All right, a great note to end on there. Thanks everyone joining for today's session.
Thanks, Sal.
Thank you.
Thanks, Sal.
Thank you.